someone else who's also inspiring like a whole lot of people right now is Trayvon Bromell and the men's 100. A lot of inspiring stories from in there, but especially Trayvon coming back from that torn Achilles and all the injuries that he had to come out and really dominated every single round he was in, finishing in the final a 9-8, beating out Ronnie Baker and Fred Curley. And honestly, he dominated that race too, leading wire to wire. It seemed like they were on him, but there was really just no chance that anyone was going to beat Trayvon Bromell. Then holding up on his bib, God is real. That's all he had to say afterwards. Just how are you guys feeling about Trayvon Bromell right now? Like this dude, he low-key feels unbeatable and untouchable at this moment. And I'm excited to see what he's going to do at the Olympics.
Well, like you said, God is real, but my money's on Fred Curley.
Oh,
I like Fred Curley.
You think he's gonna win the 100 at the Olympics?
Well, I'm hoping that he medals. I just like the strength that he has, and very bold move of him to step down from the 400 and go to the 100.
Yeah,
very bold move. I never seen that before. You see things like that in AAU, USA Track and Field athletes doing that, but he did it on the highest level and succeeded in it. Something that he knows that other people don't know.
Yeah,
that he realizes that he could run fast, and once he get his start a little bit better, it's a wrap. He's just entirely too strong. His top end speed is too good.
It's interesting to me to see it on the sprints, but when you think about like on distance, you have people like, for example, Stefan Hassan is the Olympic champion in the 10K, but she holds, a world record in the indoor mile and runs like a 350, ran like a 351 in the 15. And now to see it on the sprint side, Fred Curley being number 8 all time in the 400, but he's moving down to the 100 and he's competitive with the best in the world and he could potentially medal. So I think there's something to say about like how athletes are being trained, because definitely at the pro level, we talk about, being trained specifically for that event, but there's something to being trained as an athlete. And regardless if you're a sprinter or a distance, you have to have some type of base. You have to have base, and then it gets cut down and chiseled, and you see it in a 100, and you're able to just pull out what you need whenever in the race. You have all the tools in the toolbox. So that's what I thought was really interesting about seeing a 400 meter that we thought was a specialist. We thought it was a 400 meter specialist when it's like, nah, bro, he's a track athlete. He's a racer. That's what he gets paid to do. And when lights come on in the 1, he ready to get it done.
Is he running the 2?
Yeah, he's running the 2. But
he's running the 2 also?
How about for this stat though, Aaron? Noah Lyles, 100 PR. He didn't make it. He finished 7th place in the final. He wanted to run the 1 to 2 at the Olympics, but didn't make it on the team. But his time in the 100 meter final, his time in the 100, his PR is 9.86. Michael Norman's time in the 100 is 9.86. Fred Curley's time in the 100 is 9.86. And Noah Lyles and Fred Curley, they're going to be head-to-head in the 200. Michael Norman may still run the 200 as well. That's what he has. That's what he's declared for right now. We're looking ahead a little bit, but is Noah Lyles is his U.S. championship defense in jeopardy by one of these two, or even Kenny Benderek? Kenny Benderek beat Noah Lyles and finished 4th place in the 100, running 9.91.
These are Americans. Let me say this. These are Americans who can sprint. Of course, his record is in jeopardy.
Exactly.
He may not even make the team.
Exactly.
So it's to the point. I'm sure he's rattled. I'm positive.
I think he's angry.
Well, he better be under control. When he's angry. Because he could jump. There's a lot of things can happen.
Yeah.
When you're angry, so he needs to go back to the drawing board and get some instruments to see what he can do, because he has problems right now.
My thing is he needs to come back hungry, because like we saw what happened with Donovan today. We'll get to that later, and maybe he went in there, a little bit, too confident, and as we saw, you can be the world champion and not make the team. You could be the world champion and not make the team. And like you said, you just read off those PRs. Yeah, like honestly, I didn't really think Lyles was gonna make the 100, and he didn't. And I don't think it's just like a guarantee that he makes this 200 team. And I don't. It might sound blasphemous, but it is American sprinting. That's how good we are. We just saw Donovan Brazier not make the team, bro. So all I'm saying is you can't go into these races thinking that you just gonna make it because you the world champ and you've ran this time before. That don't mean nothing, bro. There's someone like Isaiah Jewett that's hungry.
Terrence Larry?
That's hungry. That's what I'm saying. They hungry. They coming at your neck. Like they ain't scared. You know what I'm saying? Fred Curley just moved down to the 1 and took somebody's spot. Like, snatched it. Just snatched it like a savage. You don't think he's gonna try to do that in the 2? You don't think he could beat? You don't think he thinks he could beat Noah Lyles?
Well, we already know he's strong enough.
Exactly.
We already know that he could double. He's strong enough. If he really wanted to, he could get on that 4x4 also. He could petition to get on that. So. Very good athlete.